Welcome to Giant Discovery, where we explore the raw and untamed wilderness, witnessing nature's most dramatic battles and survival strategies today. In the scorching heat of the African savanna, a silent hunter prowls through the tall grass, searching for its next unsuspecting meal. The caracal's ears are not just for hearing, they act as radar dishes, pinpointing the faintest rustle of prey in the grass. With muscles built for explosive power, this medium-sized cat is an agile athlete, ready to unleash a deadly attack at any moment. It can leap more than 3 meters into the air, defying gravity to snatch birds right out of the sky with precision. Landing with the grace of a dancer, the caracal secures its prize, proving that it is the ultimate aerial hunter of Africa. But the savanna holds dangers on the ground as well, where the caracal must face venomous reptiles that threaten its very survival. Reflexes are the difference between life and death here, as the cat dodges a strike that could deliver a fatal dose of venom. Using its paws like a boxer, the caracal delivers rapid strikes to confuse the reptile, waiting for the perfect moment to kill. Leaving the grassy plains behind, we travel to the arid deserts of North America, where a different kind of speedster rules. The Roadrunner is an icon of the American Southwest, a bird that prefers running over flying, reaching speeds of 32 kilometers per hour. It stops on a dime, scanning the environment with keen eyesight, looking for lizards, insects, or something much more dangerous to eat. A rattlesnake moves silently across the dunes, a lethal predator equipped with heat-sensing pits and potent venom to subdue its prey. For most animals, this snake is a nightmare, but for the fearless Roadrunner, it represents nothing more than a challenging, hearty meal. The duel begins in the dust, a high-stakes dance where one mistake means death for the bird and dinner for the snake. Using its agility, the bird baits the snake into striking, tiring out the reptile while staying just out of reach of fangs. When the snake overextends, the Roadrunner seizes the opportunity, clamping its beak down on the reptile's head with crushing force. It ruthlessly thrashes the snake against the ground, a violent technique used to break bones and ensure the dangerous prey is dead. Victory is claimed as the bird swallows its prize whole, a testament to the Roadrunner's dominance in this harsh desert environment. Back in Africa, another avian predator patrols the grasslands, looking like an aristocrat, but fighting like a highly trained martial artist. The secretary bird possesses some of the longest legs in the bird world, evolved not just for walking, but for delivering destruction. It spots a cobra, one of the deadliest snakes on the continent, and prepares for a battle that relies on precision kicking. Spreading its wings to distract the snake and protect its body, the bird advances, ready to unleash a kick of incredible power. With a force of nearly 200 newtons, the kick is delivered in a fraction of a second, crushing the snake's skull. It does not stop at one kick. A flurry of stomps ensures the venomous reptile has no chance to strike back at all. The elegant hunter enjoys its meal, proving that in the animal kingdom, looks can be deceiving, and beauty can be deadly. While solitary hunters rely on individual skill, the African wild dog relies on the unbreakable bond and coordination of the pack. Their painted coats are unique to each individual, but their purpose is singular: to work together as the most efficient hunters in Africa. They set out at a steady trot, a pace they can maintain for hours, wearing down prey through sheer endurance and teamwork. Targeting a herd of impala, the pack communicates silently, spreading out to flank the herd and cut off any possible escape routes. The chase is on, and unlike big cats that rely on bursts of speed, the dogs rely on stamina to exhaust their quarry. One dog lags back while others push forward, a tactical maneuver designed to confuse the prey and close the trap tightly. Success rate for these hunters is over 80%, far higher than lions, thanks to their relentless pressure and cooperative strategy. Remarkably, there is no fighting over the kill. The pack shares the food, ensuring the young and injured are fed first. But their success attracts thieves. Hyenas often attempt to steal their kills, leading to vicious clashes between these two eternal rivals. United, the dogs are a formidable force, driving away the larger scavenger and protecting the resources essential for the pack's survival. Back at the den, the hunters return to feed the pups, reinforcing the social bonds that are the foundation of their existence. Near the rivers of the Serengeti, life is a constant balancing act for the baboon troops living on the edge of danger. The dominant males are armed with formidable canine teeth, weapons used to intimidate rivals and defend the troop from potential predators. While the adults remain vigilant, the young ones play, learning the social skills and agility they will need to survive here. To find fresh foraging grounds, the troop must cross the river, a terrifying task where death lurks beneath the murky surface. Crocodiles wait patiently in the shallows, ancient ambush predators that see the crossing baboons as nothing more than an easy meal. Panic sets in as they dash across the water, their screams echoing as they try to outrun the monsters in the deep. A narrow escape. The baboon reaches safety just inches ahead of the snapping jaws, surviving to see another day in Africa. Safety is an illusion. On land, the leopard is their greatest nightmare, a silent assassin that hunts them in the trees. But the troop fights back. Large males band together to mob the predator, using their numbers and fangs to drive it away. Beyond the daily struggles of smaller animals, 5 giants stand above the rest, known respectfully as the Big Five of Africa. The African elephant, the largest land mammal, shapes the landscape itself, knocking down trees and digging water holes for other species. The lion, king of the beasts, rules with raw power and intimidation, his roar audible from kilometers away across the plains. The rhinoceros, a prehistoric tank, relies on poor eyesight but acute hearing and smell, charging first and asking questions later. The Cape buffalo is often considered the most dangerous of all, known as the Black Death, with a vindictive and aggressive nature. Finally, the leopard, the master of stealth and strength, capable of hauling heavy prey high into the trees to eat in peace. From the smallest agility of the caracal to the massive power of the elephant, the African wilderness is a theater of survival. As the sun sets on this ancient land, the cycle of life continues, a never-ending story of predator and prey, life and death. Thank you for watching Giant Discovery. Join us next time as we continue to uncover the magnificent secrets of our natural world. Even the fiercest hunters start small. This young caracal is honing the reflexes that will one day make it a master predator. Maternal care is crucial. She cleans her offspring to remove scents that could attract predators, ensuring their safety in the wild. Rest is essential for a hunter that relies on bursts of energy. High in a tree, it finds safety from larger predators. As night falls, the caracal's vision adapts. Its eyes reflect light to see clearly in darkness, giving it a distinct advantage. Not every meal is a feast. Small rodents provide essential energy when larger prey is scarce or too difficult to catch. To survive the cold desert nights, the Roadrunner exposes dark skin patches to the morning sun, absorbing heat to boost its metabolism. Water is scarce here. The Roadrunner obtains most of its hydration from the blood of its prey and moisture-rich desert plants. While it can't outrun a car, in the animal kingdom of the desert, it is a Formula One race car of evolution. A coyote watches from the shadows. In reality, this predator is a serious threat, capable of ending the Roadrunner's sprint forever. Intelligence saves the day. The bird uses the terrain, diving into thorny brush where the larger predator cannot possibly follow. High above the dangers of the ground, the secretary bird builds a fortress of sticks, a safe haven for the next generation. The chicks are voracious. Both parents must hunt constantly to satisfy the growing appetites of their future snake-kicking offspring. They are nomadic hunters, walking up to 30 kilometers a day in search of snakes, insects, and small mammals to eat. Drinking is a vulnerable moment. It must kneel down, exposing itself to attack, so it takes quick sips and remains vigilant. Their vocalizations are complex. Soft hoots allow them to locate separated pack members without alerting lions to their presence. To conserve energy, the pack sleeps through the hottest part of the day, a pile of limbs reinforcing their close social bonds. Democracy in action. The pack votes on when to hunt by sneezing. If enough dogs sneeze, the hunt begins immediately. Play is practice. These clumsy attempts at hunting small insects are the first steps toward mastering the art of the chase. Grooming is the glue of baboon society. It reduces stress, removes parasites, and cements alliances that are vital for political survival. Hierarchy is strict. Higher-ranking females get the best food and sleeping spots, while subordinates must wait their turn or face aggression. Adaptability is key. When fruit is gone, they dig for tubers and roots, exploiting every available resource to survive the dry season. A sentinel always watches. One alarm bark from this guardian sends the entire troop scrambling for the safety of the trees. Mastering the trunk takes time. This calf is still learning to control the 40,000 muscles in its versatile appendage. Mud is their sunscreen. A thick coating protects their sensitive skin from the harsh African sun and biting insects. The queens of the night. Lionesses do most of the hunting, using the cover of darkness to ambush prey with deadly precision. His job is protection. He marks his territory and fights off rival males who would kill his cubs to take over the pride. A symbiotic relationship. The oxpecker eats parasites, and in return, its alarm call warns the poor-sighted rhino of approaching danger. The hunter becomes the hunted. When the herd unites, even a pride of lions must retreat or face being trampled to death. The ultimate climber. No other big cat is as comfortable in the trees, using them for sleeping, eating, and escaping danger. Patience is a virtue. The caracal can hold a frozen position for minutes, waiting for the bird to turn its back. Failure is frequent. Even the best hunters miss. But in the wild, you cannot dwell on mistakes. You must try again. Lizards offer a quick energy boost. They are easier to catch than snakes, but provide less sustenance for this active bird. Fire drives prey into the open. The secretary bird waits at the fire line, catching insects and small animals fleeing the flames. Tragedy strikes. Lions view wild dogs as competition and will kill them not for food, but to eliminate a rival predator. The loss is felt deeply. The pack regroups, their bonds tested by tragedy, but they must keep moving to survive. Intelligence can be a nuisance. Baboons have learned to raid human settlements, leading to conflict between man and monkey. They never forget. Elephants show remarkable interest in the bones of their dead, suggesting a deep emotional understanding of mortality. Curiosity guides the cubs. Stalking a tortoise teaches them patience, even if this particular meal is impossible to open. A spa day for the giant. The mud cools its massive body and suffocates ticks, providing much-needed relief from the heat. Gravity is a harsh teacher. The cub must master climbing quickly, as the ground is full of dangers for a little cat. Waterholes are dangerous gathering spots. The caracal drinks quickly, its ears swiveling to ensure no larger predator is stalking it. Rain brings life to the desert. The Roadrunner hunts with renewed vigor as insects and amphibians emerge from the wet sand. Though it prefers walking, it is a capable flyer. At night, it ascends to the treetops to sleep safely above the predators. Care is communal. By licking each other's wounds, they keep cuts clean and accelerate healing, ensuring the pack remains at full strength. Fearless defenders. When threatened by domestic dogs, the troop's males form a front line, displaying fangs that command instant respect. Engineers of the ecosystem. By pushing over trees, elephants open up the savanna, creating grasslands for zebras and antelopes. Dinner time is chaotic. Even within the pride, there is no politeness. It is a frenzy of eating before the scavengers arrive. A mother's rage. She places her armored body between the threat and her calf, a living wall that no predator dares to breach. Death from above. The leopard calculates the distance, ready to drop onto its prey with the element of total surprise. This land is taken. Scent marking tells other caracals to stay away, preventing unnecessary conflicts over hunting grounds and mates. Romance involves food. The male offers a lizard as a gift, proving he is a capable provider for their future chicks. Solitary vigilance. It stands atop a mound, a silent guardian of the plains, watching for the slightest movement in the grass. Built for the marathon. Their light frames and large hearts allow them to run for miles without tiring, outlasting any prey. Self-awareness is a sign of high intelligence. The young baboon investigates its reflection, a moment of curiosity in a busy life. Secret conversations. They communicate using low-frequency rumbles that travel through the ground, heard by others miles away. Lazy kings. Lions sleep up to 20 hours a day, conserving every ounce of energy for the explosive moments of the hunt. Do not underestimate its speed. Despite weighing over a ton, a rhino can gallop at 50 kilometers per hour when agitated. The tax collectors. Hyenas wait below, hoping the leopard will drop a piece of meat, scavenging whatever falls from the table. The dry season tests everyone. Prey is scarce, and the caracal must work twice as hard to find enough food to survive. Hidden in the thorns. The nest is placed in a cactus for protection, keeping the eggs safe from snakes and coyotes. Feather maintenance is vital. It spends hours preening to ensure its plumage is aerodynamic and free of damaging parasites. Elders are valued. Their experience in finding water and knowing migration routes is more valuable to the pack than raw speed. Vertical safety. At night, they retreat to steep cliffs, the only place where they can sleep without fear of leopard attacks. The Great Migration. Guided by the matriarch's memory, they trek hundreds of miles to find the seasonal rains and fresh grass. Ensuring the lineage. The mating ritual is intense and repetitive, necessary to ensure the survival of the king's genetic legacy. A Tale of Two Lips. The white rhino grazes on grass with a wide mouth, while the black rhino browses bushes with a hooked lip. Unlike most cats, the leopard is at home in the water, swimming across rivers to expand its territory or find mates. Agility practice. Catching moths may not fill its belly, but it keeps the hunter's reflexes sharp and ready for bigger game. Surgical precision. It deftly removes the scorpion's stinger before eating, turning a venomous threat into a harmless, crunchy snack. The hunt never stops. Even in torrential rain, the secretary bird patrols, hoping to catch prey flushed out by the water. The rally ceremony. Before every hunt, they engage in a chaotic greeting ritual to synchronize their mood and excitement levels. Surprising versatility. Some troops have learned to catch fish, expanding their diet and proving their adaptability to new environments. Digging for life. By excavating dry riverbeds, they access underground water, saving themselves and providing water for other thirsty animals. Tables turned. A young lion learns a hard lesson. The buffalo is a warrior that does not tolerate the presence of predators. Heavyweight play. The calf builds muscle and coordination through play, preparing for a life where strength is the only defense. Terror in the canopy. The leopard is the only predator that can follow the monkeys into their own home, the treetops. Seeking shelter. Caves provide a cool retreat from the sun and a secure fortress where the solitary cat can sleep safely. Danger from above. While it rules the ground, the Roadrunner must always watch the sky for hawks that see it as prey, flushing them out. It stomps on the ground to panic rodents in their burrows, forcing them to run straight into its beak, punching above their weight. Sometimes the pack targets large wildebeest, a dangerous gamble that requires every dog to do their part. A safe ride. The infant clings to its mother's belly, and as it grows, it graduates to riding on her back like a jockey. Welcome to the family. The entire herd celebrates the arrival of a new calf, promising to protect it with their lives. The Fallen King. Once ousted by younger rivals, the old male must wander alone, facing a slow decline without the pride's support. A species under siege. Rangers now guard these giants day and night, the last line of defense against the greed of poachers. School is in session. The mother brings back live prey, allowing her cub to practice the killing bite in a controlled environment. Hide the evidence. It cannot lift heavy prey like a leopard, so it drags the kill deep into the bush to hide it. Morning refreshment. Before the sun burns it away, the bird sips dew from leaves, a precious source of fresh water. Not a songbird. Their call is a deep croak, used to communicate with their mate over the vast distances of the territory. Constant contact. Sleeping in a pile reinforces their bonds and keeps them warm during the chilly African nights on the plains. Paying tribute. Grooming the alpha is a way to gain favor, hoping for his protection in future conflicts within the troop. Dust bath. After the water dries, a layer of dust seals the skin, providing a final barrier against the biting flies. Invisible death. The lioness blends perfectly with the dry grass, her golden coat acting as a cloak of invisibility. Clash of Titans. Males fight over territory and mates, their horns colliding with a sound like striking rocks. An opportunistic diet. When game is scarce, the leopard will even fish, proving it is the most versatile of all big cats. Fastidious cleaner. Like all cats, it spends hours cleaning its fur to remove scents and keep its coat insulating and healthy. Aerodynamic design. Its streamlined body cuts through the wind, allowing it to maintain high speeds even in blustery desert conditions. Partners in crime. They pair for life and often hunt together, covering more ground and flushing out more prey for each other. Providing for the young. The adults return with bellies full of meat, regurgitating it to feed the pups who cannot yet hunt. A varied palate. They are omnivores, enjoying flowers and fruits just as much as insects and small meat, balancing their diet. Growth fuel. The calf drinks gallons of rich milk every day, gaining weight rapidly to reach a size safe from predators. The moment of truth. The ambush turns into a sprint, a test of strength between the predator's claws and the prey's kick. Deep sleep. With few natural enemies as adults, rhinos can sleep deeply, looking like gray boulders scattered across the landscape. Master of shadows. Its rosette spots mimic the play of light and shadow through leaves, making it vanish in plain sight. King of the hill. From a high vantage point, it surveys its domain, planning the route for the night's hunting patrol. Needle navigator. It moves through the cactus forest with ease, using the thorns as a natural fence against larger predators. Down the hatch. Whole prey is swallowed head first to ensure that claws and teeth do not damage the bird's throat on the way down. Risking a drink. They drink quickly and nervously, knowing that the water's edge is where the crocodile lies in wait. Safe fun. Far from the river's deep channel, young baboons enjoy a cool splash, safe from the jaws of the crocodile. Seeking moisture. In droughts, they tear into ancient baobab trees, chewing the fibrous wood to extract the water stored inside. Desert adaptation. In the driest regions, even lions turn to wild melons, licking the fruit to get precious moisture for survival. Fleeing the flames. Fire is a terrifying force. Even the armored rhino must retreat as the savanna is consumed by smoke. The gaze of a killer. Locking eyes with a leopard is a primal experience, a reminder that we are not always the top predator. Vertical takeoff. Its powerful hind legs allow it to launch vertically instantly, catching insects that fly too low to the ground. Cooling down. After a chase, it seeks shade and pants, regulating its body temperature in the relentless heat of the desert. The bobbing head helps it judge distance and depth, locking onto the position of a snake hiding in the grass. Endless energy. As the sun sets, their day is far from over. The cool air of the evening signals the next hunt. Exhaustion sets in. Staying alert all day is tiring work, and sometimes even the sentinels struggle to keep their eyes open. A helping trunk. When the calf gets stuck, the mother is there instantly, using her strength to lift it back to solid ground. Calling the cubs. A soft moan signals safety, telling the hidden cubs that it is time to come out and eat. Browsing specialist. The pointed lip of the black rhino acts like a finger, grasping leaves and pulling them from the sharpest thorns. Pork on the menu. Warthogs are a favorite meal, but their sharp tusks make them dangerous prey that must be ambushed carefully. Practice makes perfect. The kitten's clumsy jumps are the foundation for the gravity-defying leaps it will perform as an adult. Curious nature. Unafraid of technology, the Roadrunner investigates the camera, wondering if this strange glass eye is something it can eat. Runway takeoff. Like an airplane, it needs a running start to generate enough lift to get its large body into the air. Tug of war. This game strengthens their jaw muscles and neck, preparing them for the violent shaking used to kill prey. Settling disputes. Most conflicts are settled with noise and displays of strength rather than violence, preventing serious injury to the troop. Giants in the moonlight. They move silently through the night, their padded feet making no sound despite their enormous weight. Thirsty work. After a meal of meat, they need large amounts of water, lapping it up with tongues covered in rough spines. Liquid strength. The calf relies entirely on its mother's milk for the first year, growing rapidly into a formidable tank. Weapon maintenance. Scratching trees sheds the old outer layers of the claws, keeping them razor sharp for climbing and killing. Always watching. Even when resting, its eyes track every movement in the sky, calculating if the bird is within striking range. Beauty and speed. The desert blooms for a short time, providing a colorful backdrop for the Roadrunner's ceaseless patrol. Instinctive training. Even without a real snake, the young bird practices the stomping motion, guided by ancient instincts programmed into its brain. Safety in numbers. Sleeping together provides warmth and safety, as many pairs of ears are better than one at detecting danger. Protein snack. The parasites they remove are not wasted. They are eaten, providing a small but steady source of protein. Personal shower. The trunk serves as a hose, allowing the elephant to reach every part of its massive body with cooling water. A moving toy. The mother's tail tip is an irresistible toy for the cubs, teaching them to track and catch moving objects. Scent broadcasting. By kicking its dung, the rhino spreads its scent on its feet, marking its territory with every step it takes. The throne room. From the safety of the tree, the leopard rules its domain, untouchable by the lions and hyenas below. Independent radar. Each ear can rotate independently, allowing the caracal to listen in two different directions at the same time. Statue mode. When danger is near, it freezes completely, relying on its mottled brown feathers to camouflage it against the desert soil. Deadly tools. The scales on its legs protect it from snake bites, while the short, strong toes are designed for crushing skulls. Satellite dishes. Their massive, rounded ears are excellent for cooling the body and for hearing the calls of the pack over distances. A scary world. For a baby, the savannah is full of monsters, and its mother's fur is the only safe place in the world. Destructive dining. To get to the nutritious inner layers, elephants strip the bark, often killing the tree in the process. Waking up. As the sun begins to dip, the pride stirs. Yawns signal the end of rest and the beginning of the hunt. Armor in the rain. The thick skin is impervious to the elements, allowing the rhino to continue grazing while others seek shelter. Immaculate coat. Grooming is not just for cleaning. It spreads natural oils that keep the fur waterproof and healthy. Playful stalking. The kitten practices its stealth on the most patient teacher available, learning the art of the silent approach. Fast food. Insects provide a constant stream of snacks for the Roadrunner, fueling its high-energy lifestyle in the desert. Shadow hunter. As the light changes, the secretary bird continues its patrol, a relentless force against the reptiles of the plains. Unstoppable. Water, mud, and rough terrain do not slow them down. They flow over the landscape like a single organism. The lookout. From the highest branches, the view is clear, allowing the troop to spot predators from miles away. Natural cooling. The large ears act as radiators. Flapping them cools the blood passing through the veins, regulating body temperature. Sharpening the blades. Before the hunt, claws are sharpened on tree trunks, ensuring they are ready to grip and hold struggling prey. Solitary tank. Unlike the social white rhino, the black rhino is a solitary creature, roaming the thick bush alone and aggressive. Calculated risk. It must get within 5 meters to have a chance of success, requiring patience and nerves of steel. Limbering up. A stretch prepares the muscles for action, waking up the body after a long rest in the shade. Home hunting. Finding the perfect cactus is crucial. It must be thorny enough to deter predators, but accessible for the bird. Deep clean. Parasites can hide deep in the feathers, so the bird must be thorough to keep its plumage healthy. Inquisitive eyes. They are intelligent and curious animals, often investigating strange objects in their environment with caution. Quiet moment. Amidst the chaos of the troop, a mother finds a quiet moment to nurse her infant, strengthening their bond. Dust blower. The trunk is a versatile tool, capable of sucking up dust and blowing it with precision to coat specific body parts. Combat training. Wrestling builds strength and teaches the cubs the skills they will need to fight for territory as adults. Poor vision. The rhino peers at the shape, relying on the bird's movement to determine if it is a threat or not. Exertion. Hauling a kill up a tree is exhausting work, requiring a recovery period before the cat can begin to eat. Ghost in the grass. Sometimes, only the black ear tufts betray its presence, moving like shark fins through the sea of grass. Evasive maneuvers. It rarely runs in a straight line, preferring a zigzag pattern to confuse predators and flush out hiding prey. Shadowboxing. It keeps its reflexes sharp by practicing its kicks, ensuring that when a snake appears, the strike is true. Battle scars. Every nick and tear tells a story of a hunt, a fight with a hyena, or a brush with death. Aerial acrobat. Despite their size, they are agile climbers, leaping between branches with a confidence born of a life in the trees. Learning the terrain. The world is full of obstacles, and the calf must learn to navigate logs and holes without falling. Queen of the Hill. She uses the elevation of the termite mound to spot potential prey herds moving across the plains. Horn shaping. Rubbing the horn on rocks shapes it into a sharp point, keeping it ready for battle against rivals. Silent steps. Clean paws are essential for silence. Dirt or thorns could cause a noise that ruins the critical moment of ambush. Trust. A slow blink indicates a moment of relaxation, a rare commodity in a world where danger lurks behind every bush. Crunchy meal. Spiders are another staple of its diet, providing protein and moisture in a package that fights back. Skywatch. Even this apex predator of snakes must be wary of martial eagles that could swoop down and attack. Social glue. Play reinforces the hierarchy without violence, keeping the pack united and ready to function as a single unit. Sweet treat. Wild figs are a favorite delicacy, rich in sugar and energy, causing excitement when a fruiting tree is found. Amphibious giants. They love water and are excellent swimmers, using their trunks as snorkels when the water gets too deep. Rough love. Her tongue is like sandpaper, but her touch is gentle, cleaning the cub and strengthening their emotional bond. Heat avoidance. During the heat of the day, the rhino finds a shady spot and enters a state of deep rest. High profile. Silhouetted against the sky, the leopard is a symbol of wild Africa, a creature of beauty and deadly power. Dreaming hunter. Even in sleep, its paws twitch, perhaps dreaming of the chases and hunts that will define its adult life. Sunset sprint. As the day ends, the Roadrunner makes one last patrol, ensuring its territory is secure for the night. Homecoming. The parents return to the nest, greeting each other and settling down to protect their chicks through the night. Call of the Wild. A haunting howl echoes across the plains, a signal to separated members to return to the safety of the pack. Night huddle. As temperatures drop, the troop huddles together on the cliff edge, sharing warmth and comfort against the cold. Standing rest. Adult elephants often sleep standing up or leaning against trees, ready to move instantly if danger approaches. Night patrol. While the world sleeps, the lioness wakes, her night vision turning the darkness into a landscape of opportunity. Midnight snack. The rhino often feeds at night when it is cooler, its sensitive ears listening for the footsteps of lions. Eyes of the night. The reflective layer behind its retina amplifies the moonlight, allowing it to see clearly in near total darkness. Shadow stalker. Under the cover of darkness, the Caracal becomes a phantom, a lethal force that prey never sees coming. Safe haven. Tucked deep within the thorns, the Roadrunner sleeps, recharging for another day of high-speed survival in the desert. Protective wing. The parent spreads its wings over the chicks, shielding them from the cold wind and the eyes of owls. Chasing dreams. Even in deep sleep, the instinct to run and hunt is active, manifesting in twitching paws and soft whimpers. False alarm. A sudden noise wakes the troop, but it is just the wind. Vigilance is the price of survival. Deep slumber. Protected by the forest of legs of the adults, the calf can afford to lie down and sleep deeply. Sonic dominance. His roar pierces the night, a terrifying reminder to every animal within 5 miles that the king is awake. Silent statue. It stands motionless, listening. Its hearing is its primary defense in the dark, detecting threats before they appear. Night ambush. Darkness is the leopard's greatest ally, allowing it to get within striking distance before the prey senses anything. A new day. The sun returns, banishing the shadows and bringing warmth back to the plains, restarting the eternal cycle. Morning ritual. The Caracal basks in the first rays of the sun, warming its muscles after the chill of the night. Early riser. The Roadrunner is up with the sun, patrolling its territory before the heat of the day becomes oppressive. Mistwalker. Through the morning mist, the secretary bird begins its march, a relentless metronome of death for the snakes. Morning rally. The pack stirs, stretching stiff limbs and greeting each other with enthusiasm, ready for the morning hunt. Descent. The troop leaves the safety of the cliffs, descending to the savanna floor, to begin the day's search for food. Breakfast of giants. They must eat up to 300 pounds of food a day, so the eating begins immediately at sunrise. Mother returns. After a night of hunting, the lioness returns to her cubs, bringing food and the comfort of her presence. Morning drink. The waterhole is peaceful in the morning light, allowing the rhino to drink its fill before the heat arrives. Secure breakfast. High in the tree, the leopard enjoys the fruits of its night hunt, safe from the gathering scavengers below. Target acquired. The day has just begun, but the Caracal is already locked onto a target, its focus absolute and unwavering. Desert song. It vocalizes a soft coo, claiming its territory and communicating with its mate across the scrubland. Limbering up. A quick stretch of the legs ensures the muscles are ready for the explosive power needed to kill snakes. On the move. The pack sets off, a flowing river of fur and determination, seeking out the herds in the morning light. Joy of life. For the young, the morning is for play, a carefree time before the serious business of survival takes over. Mock charge. The calf practices a charge, ears spread wide, imitating the imposing display of its massive parents. Morning proclamation. The king announces his presence to the waking world, a reminder that this land belongs to him. Patrol. The rhino walks the boundaries of its territory, refreshing scent marks and checking for any intruders. Daytime rest. With a full belly, the leopard settles down to sleep, letting the day pass in the cool shade of the canopy. Vanishing act. As the sun rises higher, the caracal slips into the shadows, disappearing into the landscape it calls home. Endless race. The Roadrunner speeds away, a blur of motion in the desert, forever running, forever surviving. The march continues. The secretary bird continues its endless patrol, a noble guardian of the African plains. Into the wild. The pack vanishes into the bush, their destiny tied to each other and the rhythm of the hunt. Moving on. The troop moves on, a noisy, chaotic family unit facing the challenges of the day together. Giants depart. The herd moves slowly towards the horizon, ancient wanderers in a land that time seems to have forgotten. Royal rest. The pride settles in for the day, confident in their power, masters of all they survey. Solitary path. The rhino disappears into the thicket, a prehistoric survivor continuing its lonely watch over the bush. Silent observer. Only the twitch of a tail reveals the leopard's presence, watching the world pass by below. The stage. This is the stage where these dramas play out daily, a vast and beautiful arena of life and death. Silent witnesses. The ancient trees stand witness to the struggles and triumphs of the animals that live beneath their branches. Lifeblood. The river flows on, a ribbon of life in a thirsty land, sustaining all who come to its banks. Changing skies. Clouds race across the sky, casting shifting shadows over the drama unfolding on the plains below. Whispering grass. The wind whispers through the grass, carrying the sense of predator and prey across the vast savanna. Freedom. Birds soar overhead, free from the boundaries of the earth, watching the eternal struggle from the safety of the sky. Small workers. Even the smallest creatures play a vital role, recycling nutrients and keeping the ecosystem in balance. Fleeting beauty. Flowers bloom and fade quickly, a reminder that life here is precious and often short-lived. Ancient stones. The rocky kopis stand as monuments to time, providing shelter and vantage points for generations of predators. Renewal. Rain brings renewal, washing away the dust and blood, giving the land a chance to heal and grow. Promise. A rainbow arches over the plain, a symbol of hope and the enduring beauty of the natural world. Golden hour. The light turns golden once more, bathing the land in a warm glow before the darkness returns. Shadows lengthen. As the day ends, the animals become silhouettes, iconic shapes against the fiery canvas of the African sky. Cosmic roof. Above it all, the Milky Way stretches across the sky, a roof of stars over the wild kingdom. Night's eye. The moon rises, a silent observer of the nocturnal dramas that will unfold in the hours to come. We have seen the Caracal, the phantom of the grass, leaping to the sky to claim its place as a master hunter. The Roadrunner, a desert speedster, proving that agility and attitude are enough to conquer even the deadliest of snakes. The Secretary bird, an elegant walker with a kick of steel, dominating the reptiles of the African plains. The wild dogs, painted wolves of the Savannah, showing us the unbeatable power of teamwork and family bonds. The baboons, intelligent and adaptable, surviving by their wits and social strength in a world full of enemies. And the Big Five, the titans of the continent, representing the raw power and majesty of the African wilderness. These animals are not just survivors, they are the guardians of an ancient world that we must strive to protect. We watch with awe visitors in their home, privileged to witness the unscripted drama of their daily lives. The beauty of the wild is fragile. It requires our respect and our distance to remain truly wild and free. Balance is everything. Predator and prey, life and death, all are locked in a delicate dance that sustains the earth. The future lies with the next generation. If we protect their home, their stories will continue to be told forever. It is up to us to ensure that these magnificent creatures continue to roam the earth for generations to come. We hope this journey has inspired you to look closer at the wonders of nature and appreciate its complexity. The story never truly ends. Every sunrise brings a new chapter, a new struggle, and a new triumph in the wild. Thank you for watching Giant Discovery. Join us next time as we continue to uncover the magnificent secrets of our natural world.